Alright, welcome back to another episode here on our WWE 2K19 Universe Mode. I am, of course, Dominic here on the Bad Wrestling channel and making his way to the ring. The man who opened NXT TakeOver Chicago opening tonight's episode. It is Lars Sullivan, back with, once again, the Lars Sullivan Invitational, which I guess he is now calling it. I guess that's what we're calling it. So Lars Sullivan, he has this little bit of an invite to anybody who wants to decide to show up here in NXT. We've seen the likes of DDP and Jake Roberts at NXT TakeOver Chicago try to answer the challenge of Lars Sullivan, and tonight it is no different. So Lars Sullivan, ladies and gentlemen, set to take on anybody that sees fit. But speaking of NXT TakeOver Chicago, something that did happen at NXT TakeOver Chicago unrelated to Lars Sullivan is Bobby Lashley versus Velveteen Dream, where Velveteen Dream picked up a huge win for himself. However, Bobby Lashley was not too keen on it. We'll show the replay now as Bobby Lashley attacked Velveteen Dream backstage. Okay, he was furious. He was like, I'm an unstoppable monster, and you decide to defeat me with a huge elbow. The first time he hit the elbow on Bobby Lashley, I do believe, ever. And then he hit it, and then it won him the match as Lars Sullivan in the middle of the ring waiting for Mike Kanellis from the new Rising Stars DLC pack, since that just came out, along with his wife Maria Kanellis. Sure, why not? Mike Kanellis and Maria Kanellis making their ways to the ring. Mike has literally not stopped looking at Maria this entire entrance. Mike has literally not stopped looking at Maria. Finally, there we go. Oh no, he's back to it. There we go, back to the crowd. There we go, Mike. Okay, well anyways, Mike Kanellis. Just something I just noticed, he didn't stop looking at her the entire freaking entrance. And still not really done looking. I mean, sure, if Maria is your wife, why not? Okay, why not just keep looking at Maria Kanellis? Anyway, sorry. NXT, Mike Kanellis, he has puppy dog eyes. He looks like he's in love, but he's gonna have to get serious because tonight here in an NXT first episode since NXT TakeOver Chicago, and first episode for Mike Kanellis as Lars Sullivan exploding out of the gate with a huge clothesline. Lars Sullivan, not a man to take lightly, right to the abdomen. Oh my god. Mike Kanellis getting beaten down. Maria, his wife, watching on as Lars throws him into the corner. Oh, went to go for a big splash, and Mike Kanellis, this might be his one and only chance. However, elbow to the face stops him in his tracks, but Lars Sullivan pushes him off and then just throws down Mike Kanellis there, slamming into him. There's a clothesline, connects. Mike Kanellis doing a very intelligent maneuver, rolling out of the ring, runs back into it, and as soon as he gets into it, Lars Sullivan slams him down. Following this matchup, we're going to be seeing a women's main event, and something tells me it's not going to take that long to get to, as Lars Sullivan going right after Mike Kanellis. However, Mike Kanellis kicks him in the stomach, trying to get some offense in, but Lars Sullivan has not let him. He's just not been able to do anything in this so far as a punch to the stomach, and now Lars Sullivan punch to the head again, grabbing him, headbutt connects. Maria watching on. Lars Sullivan, however, right in front of Maria Kanellis, wants to go for the headbutt. However, Mike Kanellis rolls out of the way. This could be his shot into this matchup as an elbow connects. An elbow again. However, Lars Sullivan slams him down. Oh my god, slamming him into the top rope. As Lars Sullivan, a monster. Okay, some would say NXT's Braun Strowman. A monster in the ring as a huge splash connects. Mike Kanellis, he is not looking good in the slightest as a headbutt there connecting. Maria trying to distract the referee, ladies and gentlemen. However, Lars Sullivan turning his attention back to Mike Kanellis going for a maneuver here, trying to... I don't even know. Okay, he's got him in some sort of arm block. However, Mike Kanellis punching out of it, trying to fight out of it, and he does here on NXT. Punch to the head, reverse, however, into an elbow. And then another headbutt connects. Lars Sullivan, this powerhouse machine. What the hell? Oh my god! Lifting up Mike Kanellis by the face. Lars Sullivan not messing around as a headbutt there. Connecting, almost falling to the outside, but it doesn't matter. He still got it. However, Maria sacrificing herself, maybe, considering Lars Sullivan is kind of a monster in that ring. Okay, he doesn't take things lightly. Turns around into a kick to the stomach and a DDT. And Mike Kanellis finally getting some offense in here on Lars Sullivan. And the punch to the back of the head multiple times connects. And Lars Sullivan gets himself up, however, right to the arm of Mike Kanellis. Going to pick him up, however, punch to the face multiple times, trying to break the nose, potentially. However, Lars Sullivan kicks him down there. And Mike trying to roll out of the ring. Lars Sullivan not allowing him to do so again. Slamming him by literally holding the face of Mike Kanellis. However, Lars Sullivan saying that, oh, a super kick out of nowhere. A super kick out of nowhere connecting. Goes for the punch to the head. However, reverse into a, back to the domination by Lars Sullivan. Once again, Maria, once again, deciding to distract Lars Sullivan. In my opinion, she should just let Lars Sullivan do whatever he wants to Mike Kanellis. However, Mike Kanellis into a DDT. First cover in the matchup, 1. And no, only a 1 count there connects. Now right to the arm there. And Mike Kanellis now trying to wear down Lars Sullivan here tonight in NXT's opening matchup on this episode, as Lars Sullivan about to get thrown out the ring, and he does, right by Maria. You can see Maria's kind of trying to walk away a little bit. However, Maria, never mind. Maybe she's got more, what does Stephanie McMahon say? Lady balls? Is that what she said? That's not cringe to say. Not at all. However, Lars Sullivan, went to go for a close and almost hitting Maria, having to stop himself. Okay, at least he's a monster that realizes that that's not a good thing to do, as a clap to the side of the head, the ears. However, Mike Kanellis with the elbows. And Lars Sullivan, however, throws him across the ring. No, he doesn't. Pulls him back into him. And Lars Sullivan screaming at the top of the lungs, picking him up and once again slamming him down, literally gripping him by the face. As Sullivan now, however, punch to the face. Mike Kanellis punches him in the back, and this could be it. Connects there with a Crossroads-esque maneuver. One. Only one on Lars Sullivan. Mike Kanellis, however, looking down, thinking, you know what, I gotta pick off the body parts, okay? He has not done nearly enough damage to this monster he is facing off against here. And once again, a kick out there. Not even a 1 count that time. Rolls out of the ring. Lars Sullivan, maybe a smart idea, trying to reach over to Mike Kanellis. Mike Kanellis maybe showing a little bit too confident in his abilities. However, maybe not, going out to Lars Sullivan, as now they fight on the outside. And Lars Sullivan gets up right behind Mike Kanellis. Mike now gets picked up. Back suplex on the outside. Okay, Mike showing a little bit of confidence here, and it looks like it's going to not help him in the slightest, as he almost goes through the barricade. And I think that might be Lars Sullivan's intentions here tonight. Throws him back into the ring, count is 6. Lars Sullivan, he isn't messing around, but Mike Kanellis isn't either. Gets up, goes for a maneuver, reversed, went to go for the uppercut, reverse into an elbow. And now it seems to be a striking exchange, however, turns it into... Oh my god, what the hell was that? Power slam brainbuster, that's the best way I can think of describing that maneuver. Lars Sullivan, however, gets out of it. Oh my, first off, the strength to pick up Lars Sullivan. Okay, immense there. Second, I'm not even too sure what the hell Mike Kanellis just did, as now he's got him in a headlock here tonight. And Lars Sullivan definitely trying to get out of it. Definitely Mike Kanellis showing off a little bit of some great attributes and strength as it connects there. However, Lars Sullivan, the freak accident, and Maria getting back up. And look at this, Lars Sullivan yelling at Mike Kanellis. Maybe saying, hey, since your wife keeps deciding to get into this, however, and punched to the eye, and Lars Sullivan needs to back off, it looks like. And now Lars Sullivan, however, just, oh my god. Lars Sullivan, the hype of the match, maybe getting to him as an uppercut connects. Goes for a punch in the head again, reversed into an elbow. Lars Sullivan, however, gets thrown across the ring, and Mike Kanellis into a splash of his own. And Mike Kanellis here, alongside his wife. What is, oh, well, Mike Kanellis might be taking the cheap way out, but he's trying to get the win. One. No, only a 1 count there. And Lars Sullivan, oh my god, just plowing through him. Lars Sullivan, as Sullivan now grabbing him here. Out of nowhere, it looks like the freak accident connects. Staring right at Maria. Right at her, as he defeats Mike Kanellis here tonight. Lars Sullivan pummeling and putting away his opponent tonight here on NXT. Okay, I will say this, Mike tried his absolute best. Okay, in all of these replays, you can kind of see him trying to fight back. Okay, he is fighting left, right, and center, trying to get into this. A lot of this was merely a striking exchange, it looks like, by these replays. But Lars Sullivan, at the end of the day, just like always, defeating his opponent. As we move on to the main event of NXT. Thereby, after Lars Sullivan putting away his opponent here tonight, we move on to the main event with some female action as Toni Storm walking her way down to the ring. Okay, she was in the NXT Women's Title Tournament. Okay, she, in my opinion, looked the most, she looked almost the best out of everybody in the NXT Women's Tournament, title tournament thing, as she is set to take on another woman making a little bit of a debut, Dakota Kai. That's right, Dakota Kai set to take on Toni Storm here tonight in this main event, as Toni Storm waiting for her here tonight. So Toni Storm, like I was saying, she, even though she didn't win the tournament, even though she completely lost in, well, technically the first round, against Nikki Bella, okay? Nikki Bella, of course, the new women's champion, the first ever NXT women's champion, Nikki Bella. Yeah. Anyways, she looked really good, okay? Nikki Bella hit like 5 finishing maneuvers on her. Toni Storm would just not give up in the slightest until there was just no other way to kick out and no other choice. She had to take the pin, and tonight she's trying to get back on course. Okay, so even after her loss against Nikki Bella, Toni Storm got the handshake of approval against the now women's champion as Dakota Kai here tonight, making her NXT debut. I know I haven't mentioned her too much. Okay, she is an impressive young woman, and I cannot wait to see this one as Toni Storm set to take on Dakota Kai here in our main event on NXT. You cannot help but love, or you cannot help but love Dakota Kai here in NXT. Going for a maneuver, however, Dakota Kai reverses it, throws her off into a big running enziguri there, however, moves out of the way of the kick. Gets kicked in the stomach, however, Toni Storm does. Moves out of the way of another running a drop kick. One-legged drop kick, it looks like, as Toni Storm hitting a drop kick of her own. And now, the fury of Toni Storm as a second drop kick connects into the corner. And Toni Storm here tonight, looking on, getting Dakota Kai up on her feet, going for a maneuver over a punch to the stomach, gets out of it, gets her out of the predicament, throws her across the ring, ducks underneath, into a bicycle kick of her own. As Dakota Kai and Toni Storm looking very even thus far in this one. Dakota Kai now slowing the pace down a little bit to throw her across the ring. Storm here tonight trying to get up, Dakota Kai stopping her from doing so here on NXT's main event. Working over the leg now. As Storm gets a big headbutt there on Dakota Kai, going for maneuver reversed. However, oh my, Jesus, a kick right to the side of the head there. And now a big knee to the face. NXT Women's Champion most likely watching this in the back, looking at her two first contenders potentially as another drop kick. And once again, back on the offensive with the running drop kicks there. Toni Storm not messing around here on NXT, going for a suplex. However, rolls out of it face first. Goes Toni Storm, and Dakota Kai now having control. Throwing her across the ring, throws her outside the ring, has her on the apron. And Toni Storm, look at this, grabbing her over. Oh my god, what the hell is this suplex? Oh my god, taking the first rope with them. And Toni Storm now going after Dakota Kai. Throws her back into the ring. And Storm now, look at this dropkick miss, however. Wants to go for a springboard dropkick and moves out of the way. Dakota Kai turns it into a cover. The cover gets not even a 1 count as Toni Storm getting up, and Dakota Kai, however, German suplex connecting there. Toni Storm here on NXT looking very impressive. The crowd behind this young woman as Dakota Kai getting up. Toni Storm, however, grabbing her here. Wants to go for a maneuver, but Dakota Kai turns it into an arm bar. Or an arm lock, I should say, and then right with the elbow to the shoulder. However, Dakota Kai reversing that once again. Going for another German, this time into the corner. Into a cover, I should say. 1, 2, no, not even a 1 count there. As Dakota Kai now getting lifted up here, and Toni Storm going for it, connects there with the knee. And it could be over here on Dakota Kai. 1, 2, and no, and a 2 count there by Toni Storm. Dakota Kai looking very good here tonight, trying to get into this somehow. Gets out of it there, picking her up. And Dakota Kai right with bouncing her head off the top turnbuckle there here at NXT over and over and over again. And Dakota Kai looking furious here tonight. She wants the win. Waiting for her here, and I kicks her in the stomach. And now, oh god, oh my god, connects there. Knees to the spine, 1, but a kick out there by Toni Storm. Oh my god, right to the spine. As Dakota Kai wants Toni Storm up. Toni Storm is getting up as a clothesline connects. Connecting again there on Toni Storm. And then another one connects. Gets put into the corner now. Dakota Kai slowly making her way to the corner. And now, look at this. Runs off into the big boot, connecting. As Toni Storm just getting up now into the comeback sequence potentially. No, it doesn't. Turns her over into a kick to the chest. Very impressive showing. However, Dakota Kai could be setting up for a big ending here tonight. Reverses. Okay, reversing the kick here tonight. However, Toni Storm gets thrown over the top rope. Gets her caught there. And Storm, once again, off the top, wants to go for a drop kick. And Dakota Kai, however, scouting that from a mile away. As Storm gets kicked in the face over and over again. Dakota Kai here tonight, showing her definite skills here in NXT. A definite potential future for Dakota Kai here on NXT as Toni Storm trying to fight out of it, elbow to the stomach, and she does, and hits it again. Catching her here. German suplex out of nowhere by Toni Storm. Storm looking down at Dakota Kai. Okay, feeling the crowd behind her here tonight on NXT television. Toni Storm now kicks her in the stomach, grabbing her here, connects there. 1, 2, and a kick out by Dakota Kai once again. Toni Storm trying to hit everything she can, pushes her face into the mat there, and now grabbing her into an elbow, a knee to Dakota Kai. However, Dakota Kai getting out of it. Throws her into the corner now. Dakota Kai walking over. And now from the corner going for that big boot. Oh, but moves out of the way. Moves out of the way. And Toni Storm out of nowhere moving out of the way of the big boot. Head to the knee there. Connecting by Toni Storm. 1, 2, 3. And Dakota Kai off of a big running big boot miss. Losing here on NXT. And Toni Storm looking at Dakota Kai. And there could be a little bit of respect, and yes, mutual respect by these two young women, Dakota Kai and Toni Storm. What a great showing from both women here tonight. And with that, that's just going to have to be the end of this episode here on NXT. Well, apparently the NXT Women's Champion, ladies and gentlemen, making her way down to ringside. Toni Storm in the middle of the ring, looking out at Nikki Bella, the NXT Women's Champion. Okay, these two have had their history before. Interesting scene, as we're going to have to end this episode here on NXT. If you guys like to, please let me know by hitting the like button down below. Comment anything you want to. Comment, subscribe if you haven't already. But if you have, why not hit the bell to be notified of everything we do here on the Bad Wrestling channel. I am, of course, Dominic, and have a good day from Bad Wrestling. Bye-bye. Yo.